Love it or hate it, there's no denying that this film made a big impression. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker moments.
He can't beat us every time.
And apparently he does.
How does he do it?
This guy right here, it's because he cheats.
I'm kidding.
Come on,
take your
you're
turn.
250
You're
years
taking
old.
forever.
Of course
That's
you're
cheating. That's
better
why we
than
think
us.
you're cheating.
For this list, we're looking at 2019 Star Wars Episode 9 The Rise of Skywalker to highlight the most epic, emotional, and shocking moments. Please note, this video will contain major spoilers. Number 10. The Palpatine Reveal.
Snoke trained you well.
I killed Snoke. I'll kill you.
There are those who wish that Emperor Palpatine had stayed dead, and that's fair. Exhuming the past has its drawbacks. But there's no denying the fact that when Emperor Palpatine came into frame for the first time since the prequel films, it felt epic.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
If you were lucky enough to be in attendance over opening weekend, depending on the theater, chances are you felt the audience erupt at the moment of his grand unveiling. With his glassy eyes, puckered, discolored skin, and rotting skeletal fingers, this is the Emperor like we've never seen him before.
Kill the girl, end the Jedi, and become what your grandfather Vader could not.
But, as he shows Kylo Ren, despite his fragile frame, he is as powerful as ever.
She is not who you think she is.
Who is she?
Number 9. Force Ghost abilities. One of the most frustrating things about the new Disney canon is how much mythology it relegates to legend status. In The Rise of Skywalker, however, we thankfully once again got to delve deeper into the lore of the franchise. Returning as a Force Ghost, Luke Skywalker demonstrates that even in his seemingly incorporeal state, he can interact with the physical world.
Confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. Your destiny.
He shows this by not only catching a lightsaber thrown by Rey, but also by raising his old X-Wing Red 5 from its watery grave. This had already been hinted at with Yoda's actions in The Last Jedi, but this scene solidified the ability of Force Ghosts to interact with the physical world. Number 8. The Cavalry Arrives.
But there are more of us, Poe. There are more of us.
Though each of the 3 Star Wars trilogies has felt distinctly different in terms of tone, the one consistent factor is the importance of hope. From one film to the next, and often within a single film, our heroes vacillate between feelings of utter despair and belief in a better tomorrow. Rarely in the entire franchise, however, have these two sentiments been felt more acutely or in such close proximity to one another.
My friends, I'm sorry. I thought we had a shot.
Hope is what leads the Resistance into the battle above Exegol, where it is quickly dashed. Just when it seems as if the good guys are utterly doomed, Lando Calrissian returns with an entire army to reinforce them.
Lando, you did it! You did it!
It's a moment that makes you jump for joy, especially the appearance of Wedge Antilles.
Nice flying, Lando!
Number 7. Teasing Rey's darkness. Many fans have taken issue with Rey's characterization and development in the sequel trilogy. But given her heritage and the brevity of the training she received under Luke Skywalker, an internal struggle between the light and dark side feels appropriate.
Don't be afraid of who you are.
Rey has good intentions, but she wasn't trained since childhood to control her emotions like the Jedi of yesteryear. And so, as she's pushed to her limits in this film, her emotions begin to bring out the darkness in her. Most notably, when fighting with Kylo Ren over the First Order transport ship, she accidentally uses Force Lightning, an ability typically associated with the dark side. It's a truly shocking moment that teases both her legacy and the crossroads she's fast approaching.
I saw myself on the Dark Throne. I won't let it happen. I'm never leaving this place. I'm doing what you did.
Number 6. Rey and Ben's lightsaber relay. We really wish that this trilogy had taken a bit more time to explain the connection between Rey and Kylo Ren. Their ability to interact with each other across distances is not only fascinating, but also a largely new addition to the franchise mythology.
I've been in your head.
I don't want this!
Search your memory.
Lack of explanation aside, the connection between Rey and Kylo does lend itself to one of the coolest scenes in recent Star Wars history. The two powerful Force users are able to pass a lightsaber back and forth in ways that defy the laws of space. Making for one seriously inventive fight choreography. Surprising Darth Sidious is something that very few people have ever done, but this is one move that not even he could have seen coming. Number 5. Chewbacca is feared dead. While Rey's accidental use of Force lightning serves to push her character development forward, it also had devastating repercussions. Chewbacca had just been taken aboard a similar ship to the one that Rey brings down. Since Rey believes he's aboard that vessel, the assumption is that she's just killed her friend. For fans everywhere, this moment was like a punch right to the gut, and arguably more devastating than the deaths of Luke and Han. Chewbacca's just so lovable and innocent. Thankfully, not only is it later revealed that Chewbacca has survived,
He's on my ship. He's alive.
he also gets the medal that fans feel he should have received years ago in A New Hope. Number 4. Luke and Leia's flashback.
There's something my sister would want you to have.
There's a lot to like about the sequel trilogy, but there are many fans who will always be sad to have missed out on the adventures of Luke, Han, and Leia in the years between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. Of the many questions we had, Leia's relationship to the Force and her Jedi potential loomed large, though this scene was an incredibly brief one. Seeing a young Luke training Leia was freaking awesome. Not only did we see Leia pushing herself to the limits and embracing her inner Jedi, we also finally got an answer as to why she didn't become one like her brother.
Leia told me that she had sensed the death of her son at the end of her Jedi path. She surrendered her saber to me and said that one day it would be picked up again.
What's more, it makes Leia's spaceflight a lot easier to swallow in retrospect. Number 3. Hearing the Jedi.
Every Jedi.
We know. According to various online reports, the voices heard in this scene were originally meant to be paired with numerous on-screen Force ghosts. If true, that would have been awesome. But taken at face value, these disembodied voices still make for an incredibly cool moment.
Force surrounds you, Rey. Let it guide you. Feel the Force flowing through you, Rey. Let it lift you.
Rise, Rey.
We stand behind you, Rey.
As Rey faces off against the resurrected Emperor Palpatine, the odds seem stacked against her. Though she's seemingly alone, the voices of past generations of Jedi speak to her through the Force and reassure her that they stand behind her. She isn't alone. She's empowered by the Jedi legacy. The voices include those of Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, Anakin Skywalker, Mace Windu, and Ahsoka Tano.
The Force will be with you, always.
Number 2. Han Solo Reappearing. Everyone's favorite scruffy-looking nerf herder got an emotionally powerful send-off in The Force Awakens.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
And given his lack of connection to the Force, fans by and large accepted that that was it for him. In a series where characters can rise from the dead in various ways, Han Solo was just about the last person we expected to see.
I miss you, son.
Son is dead.
No. Kylo Ren is dead.
And that's what makes this scene so damn effective. Han might just be a memory in Ben's mind, but his presence, coupled with Leia's sacrifice, is what brings their son back from the dark side. In a scene that mirrors and inverts their previous fatal encounter, Han and Ben Solo finally make amends, and it is a total tearjerker.
I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
So, did your favorite episode 9 moment involve new or old characters? You think it tops our list? I gotta say, all of these moments so far are pretty epic. But our number 1 is the most epic of all. So let's look through the honorable mentions and then we shall relive it.
My faithful, nothing will stop the return of the Sith!
I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations. And you are? What? Well, I am quite certain I would remember if I had a best friend.
Bobby Frick, can you help us with this?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Ben's death. With the return of Ben Solo to the light side, the title Rise of Skywalker took on yet another possible meaning.
So falls the last Skywalker.
The final battle with Palpatine sees both Ben and Rey bested by the Dark Lord of the Sith at various points. But in the end, despite Rey being the one to make the ultimate sacrifice to kill Palpatine, it's Ben who becomes one with the Force. It's a nice reversal of what happened earlier in the film when Rey healed Ben, and it serves as a perfect end to his redemption arc. He sacrifices himself in order to revive Rey, and after they share a brief kiss, he passes on. This might be an imperfect film, but it's hard to fault the ending it gave to Kylo Ren. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.